Hello, your mic. Hi, good afternoon all. This panel, and first of all, welcome everyone on the panel. Welcome everyone who has gathered. And we are going to talk about something which is rightly put forward as buzzword today, and which is AI. So to start with, I would like to introduce myself. So I am co-founder and CTO at Insurance Samadhan. We are India's first technical platform for resolution of insurance grievances. And it is an immense pleasure and honor for me to be the moderator of such an esteemed panel. So before we start, I'll just like to share with everyone, AI is something which everybody is talking about. AI is something which everyone wants to understand and build something right now. AI is something which everyone wants to get a hang of and wants to become like an expert on. Everybody wants to say that I know AI, we are building in AI. But I would like to know from every one of you to start with, how is your organization and how are you as a leader using and leveraging AI in your organization? I would like to start from my left, and I would like you to introduce yourself in one line and then share about the usage of AI in your organization.
Yeah, thanks Ravi for that. So I'm Dhruv. I'm part of enterprise sales at Google Cloud. And so I've had an opportunity to see the journey of AI. So I've spent some years in Microsoft, in Amazon, and now at Google Cloud for almost 3 years. What I've seen is AI evolving from just on a predictive side to now solving the real world problems, right? Now, 2023 was a year when you would see a lot of POCs done by a lot of industries. This year, we have come to a stage where those POCs have become pilot and our way to production. Now, in terms of industries, if you want, definitely any industry where there is B2C, where you have chat support, then there is a use of AI, Gen AI specifically, in logistics as well, right? Logistics, we have seen that usually involves a lot of data, right? In India, of course, big billion days and everything, you would see probably 10 million shipments a day. Now, how can AI solve that, right? So Gen AI is now intervening in a very positive way in such use cases as well, where a packet is, it's easy for you to simply ask in a natural language and to simply search your data, structured and unstructured both for that matter, and give you the results. Then another, I think, in terms of that, there's automobile industries as well, especially. I mean, Deepak is here, he'll probably share more depth on Cars 24, but a lot of time you would see that you would send an agent to see how many scratches are there in the car, right? Now you can simply record a video and Gen AI would show you results in 30 seconds, right? So these are some of the use cases which have evolved, and definitely, for example, Indigo for that matter uses Gen AI powered by Google Cloud, where now if you go and talk to the agent, it is able to build an itinerary for you and even show the best results possible. And you can use Hindi, English, or regional languages. I think that's the beauty of AI. Probably some of the most use cases as we go through the conversations, but that's from my perspective of what are the cases of AI we have seen.
Perfect, Dhruv. You have highlighted various use cases, different segments, and you have touched upon vernacular also, different type of languages that can be used in communication with AI. Perfect. On to you, Atul.
Yeah, taking from what Dhruv has said, one use of AI which we all have encountered is nowadays HR is actually filtering the resume by AI. Okay, so that's how they are finding.
I think Sahil would like to touch on that.
That's more in work. Nevertheless, my name is Atul Dubey, and I'm a regional manager for SD-WAN and SASE business for North and South region for Fortinet. Let me tell you, AI is hot and hyped. And we are in cybersecurity. So it looks like the two most pertinent fields, cybersecurity and AI, we are at the right place at the right time. So that's where the luck is with us. We are using AI for last 10 years, applying AI. So there's also a lot of buzz thing in the market. Everybody's saying they're using Gen AI, this AI, that AI. You should have that much data lake, with you. So we are there for last 10 years. And let me tell you, more than 1 trillion events we scrutinize every day. That is the telemetry and data we have. Okay, so and that is helping us because manually we cannot do it. We have more than 10 lakh customer. We cannot go to every customer and analyze every single event. And as they say, every IT guy, I'm sure a lot of CIOs are here, and their team is always in firefighting mode. A lot of times they themselves says, okay, leave that event, yeah, it's okay. It may not be a threat. So that's where AI come in picture, and it helps everybody. We imply AI a lot. And by the way, we are just to tell you, we are creating the AI and cybersecurity professionals and skills. By 2026, we have this target of creating at least coaching 10 lakh cybersecurity and AI professionals. And we are on target, by the way. So that's what I think AI is so important in any field, including cybersecurity. Yeah.
Thanks, Atul. That is something very, very important that you touched upon. Cybersecurity is something which will come more in picture as we move ahead with, as you said. So obviously everybody talks about AI, but it is very rare to find a company which exactly has a use case and is drilling down to the bottom. So I will now move to a topic, move to Sahil, which is solving a very genuine problem of giving people jobs, because jobs are required to build in AI. And yeah, over to you, Sahil.
Hi everyone, good afternoon. My name is Sahil Singla and I'm working as a Vice President of Engineering in 99 Acres. So actually I'm not working for Naukri.com.
I mistake it for InfoEdge. So everybody listens InfoEdge and they are like jobs.
Right. So I'm sure you must have used 99 Acres at least once in your lifetime. So we are the leading PropTech marketplace. So we are using AI in a lot of cases. Let me tell you the background. So we have millions of customers who are using 99 Acres and we are sending at least more than 1 CR communications per day. So that's the volume which we are sending. So it was very important for us that we don't over spam the people and the content is highly relevant to them. So micro customer segmentation was the key for us. And that's one of the use cases where we are using AI in building the micro customer segments. And for now, these micro customer segments, then we figure out what is the best content which should be sent to them, which is personalized for this micro customer segment. So this is where we are using AI in marketing. I'd like to tell 2 or 3 cases. Please stop me whenever I'm going beyond the time. So other use cases we are using heavily in lead qualification. So we want to give qualified leads to our clients. That is one of our key strategy for renewals, for retaining the retention, keeping the retention rate. So we are using AI in automatic call for lead qualification. So there we are using Gen AI. So and the list goes on actually. Yes. We recently launched even video listing where the problem statement was that brokers were not comfortable in creating the video because it takes a lot of time. They were just giving us the photos and we created then video on the fly for them and launched the video listing.
So Sahil says don't spam people and relevant communication. Absolutely. On that note, we move to Sanjeev.
Hello, good afternoon everyone. Sanjeev here from Gensol. It's a Blue Smart company. On the Gen AI part, we have developed visualization bots sort of thing. So our thinking is definitely people are, or definitely different industries are more focused on the chatbot at the consumer side. We think let's build Gen AI and sort out the internal operations problem as an operational heavy business. So it's a Gen AI visualization bot where we are writing, or any sort of product team or marketing team can write their NLP based or English based of liner, and it's converted into SQL, and then it will generate a visualization bot sort of things. And luckily we have launched our service in Dubai, and fortunately we don't have any data analyst for the Dubai location. That visualization bot is solving all sort of visualization queries for our Dubai location and definitely for the India as well. But this is how we are leveraging the Gen AI part in our business. And moving forward with the visualization part, when we have consolidated the data, understanding more KPIs for the business level of things, we are able to solve some sort of data science, basic level of data science, where we can understand the sentiment analysis when customer is giving us feedback, what is the level of the sentiment of our customer is, then the projection, then revenue projection as well, or some sort of you can say like the inventory management, sort of these things is easily solved by the GenAI part of things, and which is again on the visualization board. Which again, one thing is definitely we don't have data analyst for that particular location. The other part is it's reduces the TAT as well, because especially in the startup companies, earlier I was with Bharat Pay, and there are lots of transactions going on. And I mean, if something is, you want to, as a CXO, if there is a meeting, you want to understand what is the difference between this week or the last week, you cannot able to, check on the static dashboard, which you can easily write it down, show me the difference between last 3 weeks or last 4 weeks or month as well. It can directly, show the bar chart or line chart or the difference. This is how we able to reduce the TAT as well.
Okay.
So these kind of things we are able to sort out by the GenAI part.
So Sanjeev says you do not have to be physically present in a location. Second thing, you can be in good books of your boss. So there are two uses of AI that he has said.
Also, I think,
and there is one more connection between Bharat Pay, your current company Blue Smart, and my company. We have a common investor. So on that note, we move to Saurabh.
Again, it's a 24/7 data analyst part as well.
Yes.
We cannot, I mean, you cannot, anytime you are booking to your data analyst.
So on that note, we move to Saurabh again. His angel investor is my ex-boss. So on that note, Saurabh, you can start.
Thank you, Ravi. Hi, I'm Saurabh. I'm one of the co-founders at Scalenut. It's an AI platform to create brand content. Companies of all sizes use us. We have been in content AI much before ChatGPT was a thing.
Wow.
Since we are in content, we have AI use cases all around the place. We have got NLP models to understand what is important for a particular topic and brand. We've got models to understand intent. So we have got an intelligence model which tells if there's a specific search query on search engine, what is the actual content. We also do a lot of AI image models wherein we help brands create multiple images, one after the other, for different blogs and their product level pages. It's a big use case, and right now no solution exists, so it's work in progress. We do a lot of statistical models which would generate statistics for their brand. And it keeps on learning. There's a continuous learning behind these models because statistics keep on changing. For example, ODI player 1 batsman will change week on week, right? So that's the kind of thing. Several other AI use cases exist for ancillary products, and for example, we've got this thing called as On-Page Pro, wherein the AI in real time figures out issues in your dynamic web pages, deploys a solution as well. So you don't need a developer in between. It finds these common issues, fixes them, deploys them as well. Yeah.
Okay. So nice to hear from you. You can find intent in content. So that is what you are saying. On that note, we move to Praveer. Yeah, all yours.
Thanks, Ravi. Hi, I'm Praveer. I'm the co-founder and chief product officer for KOGO AI. We have built a full stack AI platform that can be deployed on-prem for enterprise, on which you can build AI apps and agents with low code. Now, as a resultant of that, we've also just last week soft launched India's first and only AI store, which means you can pick AI agents, tools, and plugins right off KOGO.ai and plug it into your workflow. We are working with a large number of developers, giving them access to our platform to build world's largest AI agent store. And when it comes to use cases, and you talk about use cases, we are working with some top 25 global companies in insurance, banking. We are working with the Indian Army on a lot of very deep use cases. Some are related to machine code writing using AI agents, structured and unstructured data query on the edge, not on cloud, life is very easy when you work with very large intelligent models, becomes very difficult when you work with offline, smaller models on the edge. And I think I would like to end it by saying that when it comes to cybersecurity and AI, one of the most important things that have to be kept in mind is enterprise clients will not use AI that is publicly available on the cloud. They want things on-prem. Finance companies, banking companies will not send their query and their financial data to ChatGPT to get answers, right? So that's what we built at KOGO. It's a PaaS solution which is containerized to be deployed on any cloud where the enterprise is using. And yeah, it works based on your use cases. So I could talk about use cases endlessly because we are actively working in solving them, both on cloud and on-prem. But yeah, check out kogo.ai. There are enough agents and tools already available, ready to plug in.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
So one thing that I would like to highlight what Praveer has said is, most of people when they ask me like, why are you building this thing? Because it is easily available in ChatGPT. So you have to understand, everything cannot be in public domain. One. Second thing is, there are security issues with publicly hosted models and everything. With that note, I move to Deepak, and Deepak and me have a connection. I am the past of Cars24 Tech. He is the present of Cars24 Tech team. So on to you, Deepak.
Thanks, Ravi. And yes, it was lovely meeting you here. So hi all, I'm Deepak. I'm heading technology with the Cars24. And so the very first conversation when we started using the AI was about what do we want to achieve? What is our vision? What is our perspective? And the only motivation and the only aspect that we come out of it, we want to have the productivity enhancement and value add in everyone who is associated with Cars24 directly or indirectly. So whether it's the customers or whether our internal employees or our internal processes, how we can leverage AI and give it as a tool for them in order to make the whatever association they have with us makes their life easier. So for example, when you talk about the customer which is the core of our, we have a multiple business lines, right? Selling and buying car is one of the business lines, but apart from that, we are NBFC, we provide driver on demand, we have workshops, we have spare parts. So this way we have a multiple business lines that works with us. It's very easy and for customer to get lost and very easy to get confused what they're looking for. So we added the AI enabled chatbot with our RAG and with our LLM, and in order for us to understand them better, to understand their need better, and to recommend them and provide the information in a more relevant use case what they're looking for. Similarly, we started going inwards and see how we can enhance the life of our own employees in order for them when they're looking for information, how easily we can provide that information. Because with this many business lines, so many cars, so many different models, so many insurance policies and different aspects of the loans, it's very easy for them not to remember everything and to struggle with the information. We added summarizations and lot of different features generated using the LLM and the Gen AI and to help the information and come faster. In the similar way, as we are saying, the content perspective, we realize that it's very easy when you use the AI to generate the content which a customer can associate them with them, right? And so the aspect remains the same, that you need to come first with what you want to achieve with it and how better you can utilize to make the people life easier and help them to achieve better in their day-to-day work.
Okay. So user experience outside the company as well as inside the company, that is what Deepak emphasizing on. So on that note, we move to Nikhil. Over to you, Nikhil.
All right. Thank you, Ravi. So first of all, being a B2C company, I believe I should introduce myself much. I should emphasize on introducing us more, because 90% would not be knowing what Brevistay is. So we are simply a hotel booking website, similar to a lot of the big platforms that you might be using, right? The difference is that we allow you to book for short stays, and that too by choosing your own check-in time. So that is the crux of the business. We are simply selling hotels right now. And on the AI end, me and my, I think CEO were sitting one, and it was the time when ChatGPT was just launched and a lot of hype around AI and all. Our investors are also like, what are you doing around AI and all? So we saw that it's not something new. The generative part is quite new. AI has been since 2006 actually, when the first time, I think Google CEO Eric Schmidt and Larry Page first introduced it in a London conference. So towards that, we started thinking what we should do. So we already had one use case inside our organization. So we have already done the non-AI based optimization of hotel rooms, right? Where we are sending like multiple bookings in a single room in a single day with cleaning buffers. So in turn, that has already increased revenue for our hotel partners. So it's an offering for B2B only. And now what we are doing is we are using a predictive AI where we will be actually suggesting our hotel partners that when to increase the pricing, when to reduce the pricing, and how that pricing can allow them to get more bookings with a single stay. So they are able to get 2x revenue of a single room that they generally get. And other than that, the second use case that we are currently using right now is simply for our customer service, where we are implementing chatbots, which is reducing our customer workload. But more towards the chatbot, like chatbot is not really giving us that much of an ROI, because in our business where we are providing hotel stays, mostly the concerns that arise are not getting resolved by the AI agent. That can reduce some workload with general queries like, do I get check-in, do I not get check-in, what is your policy? But it doesn't resolve the on-ground queries. So what we have done is, instead of implementing AI there, we are actually analyzing a lot of calls. So let's say a human agent was barging only 20 calls a day. Now the AI can actually take all the calls. It can analyze all the calls, give us a concise report of which call was good, which call was not good, interaction was good or not, and we can actually then give that report out to our CS team heads, and they can actually train the agents better using those reports, and that can actually take up all the calls.
So Nikhil has touched upon a very important thing, and like something which we keep on hearing day in day out, chatbots. So just to give you a data point, everybody must be knowing OpenAI has recently raised a round, the biggest round this world has seen in VC circle, $6.6 billion at a $157 billion valuation. But the challenge is, if you throw all the internet that is there for an LLM, and the quality of data set that an LLM has is the quality of result that it will throw, right? So how you guys are thinking about the security of all of this, the cyber security part? I will like to ask Atul and Praveer specifically, how you guys see cyber security as something which needs to be taken care and have become a focal point in the discussions today? Because this is going to become bigger and bigger. The data sets are going to become bigger and bigger. You are dealing with Indian Army. So you have another challenge whereby it is like imperative for you that it cannot go out in any sense. Nobody can even have a whiff rather than access to it. So how you guys are dealing with it? So I will start with Atul and Praveer, then you take over.
All right, so as I said earlier, AI and cybersecurity goes hand in hand. And now since as I presented also earlier in one of the session, that the whole traditional infrastructure has been disrupted. Users are everywhere. They are accessing multiple clouds and the plethora of data, like the gentleman was telling, how much data is being shared every day. Can you imagine a manual intervention by a cybersecurity expert can mitigate the risk? It can never be happen. Okay, that's why AI is so important. The key here is when you are creating a cybersecurity policy based on AI, you need to have a couple of consideration in mind. Like where should be your data lake? When I say data lake, which data it should be coming to? Is it a globally deployed lab, or is it a locally deployed lab, or it is on the go, inline? That's one. Second thing, you should know what is the output from AI you want. You want AI to trigger a warning to you, or AI to do action on something? These are decisions you have to make. And the third, which I understand, is there is something called cybersecurity kill chain. So there's a concept of kill chain, which says there are 7 stages of that. So a hacker has to go through all the 7 stages to actually hack you or do something wrong. So in which stage of that kill chain you want to employ that, AI, okay? These decisions are, there's nothing wrong, nothing right. It all depends on your, by the way, money in your pocket, first thing, and then your security posture. In which stage of security your organization is at this point? Are you a leader, or are you still doing things like that? So those kind of decisions have to be made. But AI is amazingly important. As I said, we analyze trillions of event and data every day, not a month, not a year, every day. And that's why we were able to do things. And by the way, hackers are sometimes, I would say, smarter than us. Okay, so we have to be keep pace with them. So yeah, we can't do away with the AI.
Praveer?
Yeah, I look at it this way. We realized this very early in our journey when we started building this platform for enterprise clients, that if AI has to be used, and it has to be used at a global scale by global enterprise partners, it cannot be used on the cloud, right? Because there is enough data that these companies own that cannot leave their cloud. Which means that we had a challenge of building something that works inside their premise with their models, whether they say it has to work with a large model or a small model, they define the constraints. So we had to build something, and it's not easy. It's very easy to use a ChatGPT API and build anything because they are the ones improving the intelligence on a day-to-day basis, right? But when you're given a task of building a platform that is LLM agnostic, which is what we built at KOGO, right? You can plug any LLM. Obviously, the quality of output goes down, but then that can be adjusted, right? That was a very, very important thing for us to develop. And since we like to coin this term as AI in a box. We are an AI in a box company. You can take AI, plug it into your systems. Now, the moment the entire stack that powers your AI applications, whether it's sentiment analysis, whether it's video analysis, whether it is generative AI generating or analyzing structured or unstructured data, if it is sitting inside your cloud as an enterprise, and I consider military as an enterprise, right? It automatically is safer because you've already taken care of a lot of the cybersecurity problems within your cloud, right? So it's now in-house. Now, the next challenge that comes is optimizing this solution or this stack that is deployed, because it has to be optimized for output. You don't have the leverage of just plugging into a cloud API and getting that answer, right? So that's the second thing. The third thing that we've done, and we are actively working on it from a security and cybersecurity perspective, is you might have heard about prompt injections, you might have heard about memory leaks, right? These are the things that are new age cyber hack problems that LLMs face, right? You can hack into a memory storage of an LLM, you can inject a different prompt and get an airline ticket for 1 rupee. So we are investing extremely heavily on steerability and observability of the applications that we are building. I think that is going to be a very, very empowering and powerful tool if we have to really look at on-prem, enterprise-grade AI that is safe to use, right? Observability and steerability. And we are building our own models, our own engines that can steer an LLM and make sure that it doesn't go off track on analyzing financial data or engaging with a customer or processing an insurance claim or credit card fraud, right? So these are the challenges. I think we are very new in this journey. It's still, this industry is just born. It's not even, we can't even say that it's young yet. Leave aside maturity. So tools don't exist. Yeah. And what we are having to do within our platform is we are actually having to build those tools that don't exist so that other people can build using those tools. Right? So I think that's where we are at in terms of security and safety, so
very nicely explained, Praveer. And the kind of silence that is there in the room tells that we are making sense and people are actually putting attention here and glad. So, paucity of time, always, but this is a discussion that can go and it will need hours and days to complete. Just one quick closing comment from every one of you. About AI and its future. I will start, this time I will start from there and then we'll move.
So
make it quick, please.
Yes,
We are
very
already
quick.
on time.
So I think I read a report from Gartner, and AI is right now at the peak of hype. So there are two things that I think in general will be built around AI. One is the innovations that will be fueled by the Gen AI, and the second will be the innovations that are going to fuel the Gen AI itself, right?
Deepak?
It's a very important thing. I think the kind of improvement that we have seen in AI. So, for example, in 2001, when I did my dissertation in AI first, until this 2024, we were not able to evident the AI in our day-to-day life till the ChatGPT and 2 years back. But the progress that we have seen in the last 2 years is far more than the progress that anyone can have seen in the 2 decades.
Absolutely.
So what we are looking forward towards is the progress that will be exponential in nature. And every aspect that we touch across, whether it's talk about the cybersecurity, where the attacks are happening using more AI, the deep fakes, and the other negative aspect, it equivalently will see a lot of enormous technology safeguarding those. And I would see that a lot of regulations and a lot of responsible AI concept will also come into the picture in order to drive this industry.
Responsible AI, very important thing. Praveer?
Well, I'm selfish when it comes to AI. I think AI is probably the only technology that is going to finally deliver work-life balance, and we at KOGO believe that. In fact, we've already declared internally that from 1st of February 2025, KOGO will be a 4-day-a-week working company, which means we are working.
You have a lot of resumes coming your way.
Yes, let them come. We want to make sure that we first automate and use AI to replace all repetitive tasks that people do within our own company, and then make sure that other companies adopt that, and let AI bring in work-life balance. We have more time to do things that we love doing, and doing work also becomes fun.
Wow. Work-life balance, Saurabh?
I'll avoid...
4-day week?
What?
4-day week?
Okay. I'll avoid the bias of talking about AI use cases in my business, but there are two things which are like things which I am looking forward to in AI. One is AI in healthcare, early diagnostics.
Yes.
I think very important. There are several implementations which have happened, nothing foolproof yet, but I think we're just a couple of years away from having early diagnostics of cancer and other terminal diseases. The second thing I'm very excited about is AI voice bots. Customer success is pain right now with these dumb bots, even though content-based, new LLM-based bots are picking up, but I think the real moat is in voice bots. So yeah, so two things from my end.
Okay. Sanjeev?
I think Gen AI is already on the peak and increasing the productivity of the organizations.
Yes.
So if the leadership team is very focused and spend some time or build a team specific to the Gen AI, definitely it will increase the productivity at least 25%. And in terms of cyber security kind of things, I think before jumping on what we have to build, we have to understand what resources, what is the timeline we are putting to build the LLM products. So then you can decide on either we have to build the on-prem or the cloud, because timeline is also one thing.
Yes.
Because the timeline is if is 1 quarter or 3 months, you cannot do on-prem wala part. And I think LLM or Gen AI is also a kind of thing that only Java cannot build a software. So there is need of other cloud technologies, databases and all these things. So when we are talking about Gen AI, there are n number of things like RAG, LangChain, PDF parser, these kind of also the supporting technologies are, VectorDB is one of the things. So these kind of supporting technologies are there which can save your time, save your money and the cyber security part as well. So I think these can be, you know, if you're focused on these things and do the POC, that is also one
Sahil?
part.
Sure. So the way I see it is today we are divided into two extremes. One extreme is saying that, you know, this AI will end our jobs. Some even are saying, you know, this will even end the mankind to that extent. And the other extreme is that, you know, this is a completely hype cycle. This is a complete hoax. This is a marketing gimmick. everyone writes AI powered, but it's nothing. It doesn't increase the business value. I think don't hear both these extremes.
Obviously.
So my reading is that even yes, we are at the peak of hype cycle, but that doesn't mean it's not able to generate the business value. So
Yeah.
this revolution is real. So I think we are at the point of revolution. It's the same point when we started internet, when we launched the first
Yes.
internet company. So
Agree.
we are at the exactly same point. So the world is going to shift. We're going to see the interfaces very, very different from now what we have seen. So the important part, so what's the important step is that you need to identify your use cases, the high impact areas. Be data ready, I would say. That's very, very important. And second is be skill ready. So that's
So-
how you're gonna
Yes.
win this race, or at least start this journey.
Yeah. So I get asked this question very frequently that will AI take my job? And my only response is when mobiles come, people were thinking that postman will be out of the job. The only thing that will take your job if you do not upgrade yourself, and that has been true with every new thing that comes on the horizon.
Absolutely.
Atul.
Yeah, so same thing, in this age of volume, velocity, you need automation. For that, AI is there, which is artificial intelligence. But to apply it right, you need human intelligence, HI. Okay,
Wow.
that has to govern the AI. Otherwise, it may wreak havoc. So it will
Responsible
never,
AI.
Yeah, absolutely. It will never. That's why we need AI experts, cybersecurity experts, so that they can create the right policies, the right model.
Perfect.
And thanks to you guys like you who are doing it.
Yeah. Dhruv.
Yeah, I think from somewhere, Google, at the end of the day, it will whether be Google or ChatGPT who will provide all these services, right? So I'll bring a perspective from the provider side, right? Now, two things very important are A, affordability, sustainability. So when you talk about affordability, the recent development, which is a Trillium tensor processing unit, is basically 5x of the last generation. Now, what it means is, and Gemini has cut cost by almost 50% in past 1 month.
Yes, yes.
Gen AI has to be affordable. You cannot burn the planet, right? You have to do it at a cost where it is profitable for your business as well. That one aspect which Google definitely focuses on. The other one is security, which is very important, I guess. From a security perspective, there are 2-3 aspects quickly. One is, of course, the data sovereignty. It's your data. It will be at you want it in India, and you want it in your own environment. For example, Google will not use your data unless until you give a permission, right? So there's an indemnification as well. If you're using Google models, you will be protected from an indemnification where no one can put a challenge that your data has been used from a public domain. And finally, of course, is sovereignty, where is basically the control, the region, and there are ISO, like ISO 42001, where Google is actively participating to make sure that, security framework has all the Gen AI features, taken care of. So I'll end with those comments.
Yes. So I yesterday got to know that Gemini has cut cost because my bill was less and was like, there is some mistake, and he said, no, you have cut your cost by 70%, I think? 50 to 70. We were receiving out of 70. So thanks to all of you. I have learned a lot. It was a good and awesome discussion. And obviously, as I said, AI is something which is going to be the buzzword for coming years. And there is a lot of development that we are going to see in the coming years. These gentlemen are here. Anybody has any question, you have your time after this session ends. Over to you guys. Thank you for inviting me and all of these gentlemen. Pleasure. Thank you guys.